going to go ahead and get started. It is that time, and as other people join, they can just jump in where we're at. So the purpose of this webinar and the time together is it's an open time to ask questions, to get your answers and everything covered. And so I would ask, just to avoid a lot of background noise and distraction, that if you're not asking a question, if you would go ahead and mute yourself, and at any time, if you have a question that you would like to ask, go ahead and unmute yourself and ask your question, and we will cover what we can in this hour together.
Like the first 10 minutes is questions.
So anyone, go ahead and jump in if you have a question.
Yeah.
Also, if you don't have audio to be able to unmute and ask your question, you can also type it in the chat to me, and I'll get your questions that way. So don't be shy. All right. While we're waiting for someone with a specific question, I do want to show everyone something that I think is underused by a lot of people, just simply because they don't know that it's available or how powerful it is. And I want to just show this very quickly. So if we go into reporting, and if we go in here to custom reports, there is a ton of power. And again, I could spend the whole hour just showing you how much power there is in here, so I'm not going to do that. But I want to just show you a couple quick things to introduce you to this powerful tool that you have. So within custom reports, if you go ahead and click add new report, then we'll just do a report name, and I'll do a testing report. Again, you'd write your description, what you want for this report. I'll save time and skip that. I'm not going to include it in quick reports, but you can. You can also give individuals permission to access this report. So I'm not going to worry about that right now, but going to just go ahead and click continue. And then in here, the next screen is, this is, who do you want the report to be about? Like, who do you want to be included in the report? And so you can choose, like, even your list only, all your others. So what we're going to do, I'm going to do, is just choose the full member types. Over here, you've got shortcuts where you could select everyone, clear all your selection, or select full member types. I'm going to do full member types. And you can also, under the status, choose active, drop, pending, or denied. We're going to keep it at active right now and click continue. So then what we're going to get into is, we've got a query. You're going to get into the query construction. This page will allow you to do a ton of actual specific queries, like by join date, categories, all of that. At the moment, I'm not going to take the time to go through this. A lot of times you don't need to. You can just go down and go ahead and click continue. And so I'm going to do that on this one. Sort order. Again, you can choose what order you want to sort things in. Typically, just like your member database, typically I will choose for the sort field 1 to just be business name, and then leave it at that and continue on there. So here's what I want to show you is, in this area here, you can, again, do all kinds of different reports. You've got PDF reports, mailing labels, postcards, CSV export, name badges, all kinds of things available. But what I wanted to show you is, under this custom reports, you've got selected fields only table or selected fields only searchable table. But I want to just go ahead and choose this selected fields only table, first one, and show you this one real quick. When we click continue, this will now allow you to choose, oh, it went backwards, sorry. There we go. This will allow you to choose what are the exact fields that you want to show in this report. So when you click here, it's going to bring up this drop down where you can choose exactly what you want in this report. So I'll just do a couple real quick. Business name, we'll do their first name, their last name, and then you'll see, I mean, you can do every option that is in your member database. And so I could take the time to show, we could put in, you know, address, city, state, zip code, all of those. But as you scroll down here, you know, you could do a whole thing. So let's say, for example, you wanted to generate a report that shows which of your members have a texting keyword in their number. So let's go ahead and just choose texting keyword, and we'll go ahead and go down and choose texting number so that you could generate just a report like that. Let's stop there. We're going to leave the output style standard. And now when we click continue, this is going to now bring up, now this is with our, you know, test system, but it's going to bring up your report that's going to show in alphabetical order the business name, and then their first name, their last name, what their texting number is, and what their texting keyword is. You also will be able to export this either CSV output or CSV output for Excel. So you have the option to export this report to use later, to sort in Excel, to do what you want. This is an extremely powerful report that, again, it allows you to generate exactly what you want generated for your report. And so I just wanted to show you that quickly, and as we got started, to utilize that, because there's so much available to you there. So let me open it up after that real quick and see if there's any other, or if there are any specific questions that I can cover right now. So if you have any questions, go ahead and unmute yourself and ask your question.
How about creating a survey?
Creating a survey. You just want to know how to do that?
Yep.
Okay, you bet. So, absolutely. So, excuse me. Here from the main menu, if you go into members area features on the left, then you've got surveys. Now, one important thing to realize about surveys is surveys are for members only. So if you're wanting to create one that's for the general public, you wouldn't want to use the survey function. And so, because the surveys are for members only. So, but to create the survey, you'll go ahead and click on surveys, and we're going to go ahead and just choose add a new survey. And same thing, you just title it. I'll do test survey. Put in your description. You can also put in your survey begin date and end date. We do encourage that, because then it's not just an ongoing thing that they can go on and do at any time. However, you might want to give them a large amount of time, maybe 3 months or 6 months, but it might be one you want done in a couple weeks or 1 month. So in this case, I'll just have it begin today, and I'll have it actually end in 1 month from today. So we'll end on October 25th. The completion notification email, this is what, whoever you want to receive an email that a survey has been completed. And so I'll just put mine. If there is a specific URL for a thank you page that you want to direct them to, you can put that in here, or just leave it blank, and it will just give them a little pop-up that says, you know, thank you for completing the survey. Now, these are quick options to just explain real quick. Hide in members area. When the members log into the system, if you've not hidden this, then they're going to see the survey in there, so they can access it logging in. This would be just if you want to email it out only and you don't want them to have access to it in the system. That's what that would be. Single pass. This actually, if you check it, means that they can go in and take the survey one time, and they cannot go back in and change or edit their answers. So if you want to know, like, you have one chance to do that, you want to click single pass. Otherwise, they can go in and change their answers. If they're like, oh, you know what, I answered that, but that's not correct, I'll go back and modify it. Paid members only. Now, this would be, for example, the reason for this, because I said surveys are for members only. So the difference here is paid members only means only those who actually have like an invoice on file. It's a paid membership plan. So any of the members, like if you have a comp membership plan, they would not be included in that. So another example would be, well, yeah, like if you do a in-kind trade or something like that. And then the notify respondents, this, if you check it, it's going to actually, when the survey is concluded and done, it's going to actually send the results to all of the participants, those who actually participated in the survey. So if you don't want them to receive all the results, you actually default leave it unchecked. Only if you do want them to receive it would you put that in. So once we have those options, we go ahead and click continue. And now you have, this is where you can modify your survey. You don't have any specific limit of questions you can ask. And so this is where you're going to be able to ask whatever questions you want. And as we click add new question, you're going to see the different options of types of questions you can do. So multiple choice single, that's where, you know, ask them to choose one of the options and they can only choose one. The multiple choice range allows for a range of answers. Like, is it between this and this? Is it between this and this? So that's what the range are. Yes, no is just that, yes or no. Text or currency fields, this is actually for short text entries, less than 25 characters. So, you know, we're talking like maybe their name type of thing would be for, you know, this text field here. Multi-line text, this is for much larger. So if you want them to be able to write a full response, this is up to 8,000 characters of text. So it gives, you know, multiple paragraphs. The numerical rating would be, you know, they attended an event. How would you rate that on a scale 1 to 5? You know, 1 being poor, 5 being great. File upload. This would allow participants to upload files for part of the survey. Then you've got dependent field checkbox, and this is hidden. What that is, for example, if multiple, let's say you do a yes/no question, you know, did you like the event? And they click yes, then a dependent field checkbox would be, you know, what did you like most about this event? And then they could check what they liked most. Or if they click no, you could have another one that's dependent on that. And then verbiage field, this is just used to give instructions and there's no actual input. It's just like a little gray box that gives instructions for how to do it. Now, what these, when it says 30 available, 20 available, 40, these are per survey. And so it would allow you to have up to 30 multiple choice single questions in a single survey, as well as 20 multiple choice range, as well as 40 yes, no, 100 text, you know, so you can have a very, very massive survey available. And then let me just show a quick example. So multiple choice, if you choose that, this multiple choice single, you click submit, and now it's going to ask, you know, or now you're going to put in your question. This is multiple choice, you know, how many chamber events have you attended in the last year? So, and you can choose, do you require an answer? So if you require an answer, you want to check that. You have this option of using a list of countries for options. This is not a question about countries, so you leave that. This is where if you want to make other questions dependent upon this field, you would check that, or make dependent upon. So right now we don't have any other questions. That's why it's not giving that option. So once we have that question, we click submit, and now it's going to come into the selection options. So now we have our question, how many chamber events have you attended in the last year? Now you get to put in your options. So when we add a new option, I'm just gonna say, you know, like none is 1. And then we'll just keep adding, you know, 1 to 3. And I won't take a lot of time on this. I'll
Hey,
just,
Ryan.
yeah.
It was funny, your example of how many events have I attended. I was hoping maybe when you're done with this, you could go to the member database and show them where they can see the complete history from one place, including all the events somebody has attended?
I sure will. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Let me finish this briefly, and then I'll show them where they can view all that. So I'll just end with those 3 quick samples. Once you've got your selection options, you click continue. And now it's going to take us back to the questions where I can add more questions. And it's going to show this question, what field type it is, the options, where I can edit it. I can copy the selection to change. I can delete it. So you can add more questions. I'm going to go ahead and just continue so you can see. Now this comes to the preview of this. Now, how many chamber events have you attended? This field, it says, is required. Choose one. And here's the selection. So this is just the preview. So we go ahead and click continue on that. Now it's going to give you the option, and this is not your only chance to do this. So right here, though, it's saying your survey is ready to send this out to the members. Use the email function. So you could click here to email the survey to your members. Now, maybe you're creating it and you're like, I'm not fully done. I've done those, but I'm not completely. No problem. You can actually just click to return to the menu. And what you're going to see, I put in, I guess there's 2 that are tests, but this is the one test survey that I put in. So at any time, I can come back to this. I can edit it if I need to. Of course, delete it. This is to copy it. This will show the reports on the survey. So if I want to come in and view as people have filled it out. But at any time, if I've not sent it out yet, I can come right in and I can click on this emails. And this will now then allow me to send out the survey via email. So I can fill this all out and send it to my members right here at any time. So it's not like you only have that one chance to email it or you're stuck. So that's a quick summary of the survey. Does that answer your question, or did that bring up other specific questions that you wanted to ask about the surveys?
Good for me.
Okay, great. So let me, on that, with what Richard was suggesting, I do want to show you all here, if you go into your member database, this now allows, oops.
Yeah, the little person icon.
Yeah, my screen went black for a moment. I guess you didn't see that. That's good. Anyway, so this will allow you at any time. So I'll go down, for example, to me, and in your member database, if you click on the little person icon, the info icon for any one of your members, so I'll do that for me. What this is going to do is this is going to come up where you're going to be able to see all the details about that particular member on a single screen. So you've got, just the basic member information here. And then you've got the billing information that you can see quickly if there's any cross references. This will be the CRM contacts, that have taken place. Again, the directory information, directory hits, TCS views, all of that. Then event registration. This is going to show you what events they've registered for. Again, you're going to be able to access the billing. You're going to be able to see like when they, when the event was, what the billing was. You can actually access some of the invoices directly from there for the event invoices. If you're tracking attendance, you're going to be able to see the attendance track right here, as well as if there were any store transactions. Now, the other great feature here is if you really want either a printable version or you just, maybe you're not a fan of tabs and you don't like clicking through the tabs, you'd like to just see it all in one place, we've got that for you. And that's right up here on the member, the print version. And when we click on that, what it's going to do is it's going to load all of the same information, but just all in one page, or well, it's not one page, one scrolling, because if you print it, it's going to print more than one page. But you'll see all of those tabs are now just included, your cross references, leads, everything is included right here. So you can just scroll down and see it all at once. It also makes it printer friendly. So at any time you could print that out, whether for yourself or for that member. So, all right. Other questions? If anyone else has a question, please feel free to either just unmute yourself and ask, or go ahead and type it in the chat box.
I have a question.
Yes.
I work in retention and I wanted to know how I can pull up information on all the people that did get like landing pages set up and the ones that didn't. Like, I just want to know who did and who didn't so that I can pull it up myself and I'm aware of it.
Absolutely. Yes. So, under, let's see. Richard, is it under reports? I'm trying to remember where it was moved to.
Ryan, I think it's under reports, admin reports,
That's, okay.
admin,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
then you go down. There you go.
Okay. So, thank you. So, Melissa, let me back up real quick since I was asking and quick. So on the main menu, if you go to reporting and you go right down here to admin reports and you click on admin reports, you're going to be able to scroll down a little bit and you're going to actually see the marketing landing page related reports. And so this is going to allow you to pull up, for example, the members optimization status. This will pull up all of your members, and it's going to show for all of your members at the moment, like who the member is. And then over here, it's going to show like if it's not completed, it's going to show like maybe it started but not completed. It'll show completed. It's also going to have little check mark or little X's on parts that they've done. So you'll see some don't have all.
This report is quick for like quick browsing, but the other reports are better when you just want to get to your list.
Yeah, so I just wanted to show, and then if you want to get directly to your list, like if you just want, Melissa, for example, to see who does not have a marketing landing page, you can click on no marketing landing page report, and that will actually take you just directly to those who do not have a marketing landing page, or the reverse as well. The marketing landing page report right here, oh, sorry, I meant the completed one, sorry, the one below it. Completed marketing landing page report. This will take you to those that have it done and the full report for that.
Okay, that's the one I was looking for.
Okay.
Like if I were to print it out, will it just be print out the way it looks, or is there like a way that it's going to be on a spreadsheet or anything?
So what
Ryan, is that field in the custom report writer? I think it is.
It might be, but you also, Melissa, have available here to download it as
perfect.
a CSV version, and that's that's what I'd recommend is download it as a CSV so that it will print properly. And you can also, if you decide, oh, I don't want to include the the membership plan type in the report, or I don't want to have this blocked field that's blank anyway on this one, so you can do that.
Okay, sounds good.
Great. All right.
Let me see. Also,
Yeah.
I wanted to find out how do I direct direct our members to where they can get help on like their landing page. Like sometimes they'll be like, well, there's some changes that I need on there. Some of them are old and I want to be able to go back and see if I can change it. I don't know how to do that as well.
Absolutely. So what you would want to do, there's two options available for your members. So what you can do is, and I'll show you both. When they log in, they of course won't see this admin area because that's just for chamber admins. But when they log in, they're going to come down here and they're going to see the member menu. And right down here, of course it'll have their name, not my name. But this button right here, number 2, Advanced Tools. This is available if they would like to modify their own landing page. When they click on Advanced Tools, it's going to take them right into their marketing landing page center. And so it's going to have And these are the main features. And so these are where they can go. So like, let's say, for example, they just want to change one of their, or any of their About Us photos. It's right here, and they just click on that text, and it's going to take them in. These are my About Us photos for my account. And so they can click, to either add a new photo, or if they want to edit or delete one, they can click on it. And if they want to delete it, they would check that and submit. So this area allows them to just go in, modify any and all of the information on their own landing page. However, if they feel, if they're not able to do that, they don't have the time, they're not sure, they're a little nervous about that, the other place that they can come to get help is, again, when they log in to their membership information, if they click over here on the tab Free Member Support, then that's going to take them right here. There's going to be this link, and when they click on this link, it's going to open up where they're going to be able to fill out this form with what they need. So they'll enter their business name and what chamber organization they belong with and what they need help with, and then they submit this, and this goes to Chamber Nation support team, and then they can help with that as well.
Also, Ryan, because we're going to have a major upgrade on the member side really soon.
Yes.
Really huge upgrade. So if you want to, you can show the new memberclassroom.com, because you'll notice that it's just memberclassroom.com. This is where they send their members for the classes. But you'll notice now that I did add it down below. There's a place for them to get member support right from that place.
Yeah.
And they can also register for the webinars.
Right. So
Okay.
this is actually a good place to send all your members, because they can access all of it. They can register for the member webinars, they can get the support, they can access the member videos, and everything all in one place as well. So, okay, great.
Okay, all right. Well, that gives me a lot of information on what I'm supposed to be doing for my members.
You bet.
Thank you.
Yeah. Is there anything else?
Let me think about it, because I have a list somewhere and I'm trying to look for it right now.
No problem. No problem. All right. Anyone else that has a question? Jump
I
right
have a
in.
question.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Maria with the Glendale Chamber.
Hi.
Hi, I have a marketing landing page question.
Okay.
I see that when we scroll down to where, I guess if you go down to the membership, member area, the member menu, they used to have a choice where they could request a marketing landing page, and they would click on one of the bars down there, which is not there any longer. So they can either request it, a Chamber Nation to put it together for them, or they can do the advanced tools and create their own. They don't have that anymore.
So Maria, I can
Uh-huh.
answer that, Ryan.
Okay.
So Maria, when your chamber upgraded to the new program, everything changes because now what happens is it's turned into a full service automated model. So when you have like a new member, then it automatically notifies us and we build them out completely. They don't have to request it at all. Existing members, Robert and Jim, when we talked about it, it sounded like existing members that would come to the chamber and ask about being moved over to the new member plan with everything, that you would have some kind of a program for them. Maybe they pay a little extra. I'm not sure how you're doing that, but that was the way to do it. And then you would just notify us and we do the full build out. Now, there is there's a big upgrade coming, like a really big one. And if you can get a little sneak peek at it, if you poke around economicdevelopmentprogram.com, and you'll even see some screenshots buried in there of the system that's nearly done. But we were going to deliver it this month, but we're delaying it a little bit because we just want it absolutely perfect. And it is going to include an all new members area. But there's a lot more effort on our side than before. There's a lot more that we're doing, a whole lot more than we're doing than we used to do. But when the new system is launched and you're, as a chamber executive, you're going to have your own login that's going to allow you to log in and see all of your businesses on the commerce side. Basically, you have the chamber side and you have the commerce side. And the commerce side, we basically handled exclusively on our side, and we're going to keep doing that. But we're going to now have a beautiful dashboard for the chamber executives to go in, so they can go in and open up all their different businesses.
Okay.
But just to give you a little idea, Ryan, could you just go to economicdevelopmentprogram.com?
Yep.
And this, the reason it's there, you spelled that wrong, I think. Oh, no, maybe not. Never mind. Yeah, that's it. And then under services, if you could click on the last one, included business services. This is, this now is going to, this matches the new software. And you'll notice that there's little audios there that you can play. But we're adding trade show booths. We're adding visitor center booths. And these are like really beautiful visitor center booths or trade show booths that you can connect up to any virtual trade show or just run it all year round. So, and we're also going to be rolling out what's called the Community Welcome Center, which is going to be a new tab that would be added to all the chambers sites. And that page is going to have everything in it. It's going to have the search through all the products and services. It's going to have trade show button. It's going to have visitor center button. And there's going to be a bunch of stuff there. The new Octopon system that is publishing the coupons, that'll be built in under Chamber Daily Deals. So from this one place, you can bring everything back to local, because local's missing. I mean, with few subscribers in a single newspaper, with most of the local radio stations now not being the one station that everybody listens to, just, you know, local's kind of like completely disappeared. So we're trying to build local back into the chamber in a very significant way. And now, instead of us just doing the work, we're going to be doing the work, but we're also going to be building it out, and said we're building it in such a way to where the chamber executives will be excited to show it on the from the inside to a prospective or existing member. And an existing member that goes in will see a beautiful dashboard where they can easily manage their trade show booth and their visitor center booth, but they're all going to be started. So you're not starting people out from scratch. Like, so it's going to be preloaded, and it's going to already go down another row. Go down one more. There you go. So all these things will be operating, except for the trade show booths need to be dialed in a little more, and the visitor center booths need to be dialed in a little more. But you're going to have a big change here. And then, since chambers are working so hard to get their members engaged, with this, we're rolling out it's going to be called, I got to look at the paper, I keep forgetting it. There it is, Engaged in Local Commerce. And so the whole point will be to be able to go to the visitors or the community center page and look at it, and look at, by clicking the buttons, looking at everything and telling the member, look at your visitor center. You guys have a really nice bowling alley. We want you to deck this visitor center booth out, because when we bring all of these visitor center booths together, you're going to have a really robust way to promote your community and all the fun things to do. So, and if you don't have the budget, or you don't have quote unquote a visitor center site, this is going to help power one. So, so in your case, we're doing it's a different system now. And that's why you don't see that button there anymore. But in your database, Maria, you probably see a lot of members that need to be reviewed. And I think Jim's doing that because you're able to see what we do. And then most of the time you'll be pleased with what we do. And then you can click the button to notify the business that their onboarding process has been completed. And that's where it connects them to their documentation assistant and they can even schedule, it even gives them a link to the calendar to where they can schedule a meeting, and then Mary Ann or Jarina will contact them and take them on a screen share. And I see Mary Ann and Jarina are on the line, so thanks for being here.
Wow,
That answer it, Maria?
amazing. Ah, yes.
Yeah, and you want to go through here, if you want to sneak peek at the new member center, and these are not the completed ones, they're going to be even nicer than this.
Okay,
Ryan, click on services and no, right where the red mark is, and go down to display publisher. And you can sneak a peek at, and if you scroll down, you can see, yeah, just scroll down and just let those screens roll. You'll see they'll just change. And you'll see their system administrator screens, that's for us. Business manager is your members. And then community manager is going to be the whole dashboard for the chamber execs to be able to get in. You'll be able to run the ad reports. You'll be able to see what products and services are indexing the best, what members might need to focus more on. But we're going big time into engage in local commerce and give the member reasons why they should be involved and not just passive. And then to do that, we knew that we had to have a really beautiful member center for them to work in so that they're not intimidated and it's easy to understand. That's what we're doing.
lots of training. Thank
Yeah,
you.
we're building that too.
Oh, good. We're gonna need it.
Yeah, Ryan, in fact, the whole new member classroom in November is probably going to show all the new stuff, and the focus will be the new stuff, not the old stuff.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
So Richard, Dorothy asked the question, with all of the developments and the things that are coming, are you still suggesting the $49 setup fee?
Definitely, at minimum, definitely. Most chambers that are using our system and buying our system now, it is absolutely revenue positive, and it should be revenue positive.
Okay, great. The other thing that actually is for everyone on here, Dorothy asked if anyone on here has a really good ambassador job description. And so if you do have one of those, you could actually send it either to Richard or myself to get to Dorothy, or you could send it directly to Dorothy. If you want to contact her, you can even send her a private chat.
Yeah, she's her email address is info@quadareachamber.com.
Great. Right. Okay. On for the next question. Anyone else have a question?
I have another question.
Yes.
We're wanting to know how, let's see. We're wanting to know how we can, because we put notes into the Chamber Nation, and we just want to know how we can get a report. Like, is there a report that you can print to see who you send a contact note to through Chamber Nation?
So are you, let me just clarify real quick, Melissa, before I bring this up to show you. Are you doing the notes like
Yes.
in the database, or are you doing it through the CRM system?
So let's say like I put in notes for a member, and I put it into Chamber Nation notes, and then I notify certain people with that to let them know that this person, this member is, etc. And they get their information, and then like you want to be able to get a report of all the people that you sent, the admins, to get a report on what if they received, or if who you sent it to, basically.
So Ryan,
Yeah.
in the CR, if you go to member database and pull up a member, you might have tested on,
Let me.
and click the pencil. And then at the top, you have the contacts.
Right.
Yes.
And that right there is the report.
Yeah, those, we put our notes into that of a member, and then when we do put the notes in, we notify certain people to let them, know that, on a member.
So you set a tickler and assign
Yes.
the job to somebody else?
No,
So, no?
when you go back up,
Okay.
you go to records, new contact, and then we put our notes in. So let's say you put in a notes and then you go to notify admins,
Yeah.
and then you continue. And then when you continue, you get a list of all the people on the Chamber Nation.
Okay, here, let me.
And then what we do is let's say we put deselect all, and then we only select 2 people maybe, and then we notify them. So they get the notes from Chamber Nation of what we have put in for a member.
Yeah.
But what I want to know is what can we get, let's say these people right here that we send notes to, is there a way that we can get a report of who we send the information to?
Oh, let me see if, so what you can do, for example, and let me go to here and see if this answers your question, Melissa. If not, let me know. We'll go back. So this is actually in the CRM system. So let me go back out real quick so you can see how I got there. So member management, the CRM system. So one thing you can do is you can actually do view contacts by member or prospect. And this will allow you to select a specific member. So like in this case, if I, so your guy Friday, and I could actually choose a specific contact type if I wanted, or I can leave them all and choose the dates or whatever. But if I do that, this is going to generate a report that's going to show all contacts made to that member. Is that what you're wanting, or are you wanting to see which admin was doing it?
Yes, basically we want to see, let's say, yeah, basically something like this, but we want to be able to print out all the people that we attach the notes to, to that one.
Is this so you can make sure that the chamber rep is following up on what they've been assigned?
Yes. Yes.
Ryan, Barbara, could you put in a support ticket and say that you want a report of all whenever you notify an admin to do something on a member, you want to be able to run a report that shows that. And when that comes in, Jarena or Marianne will see that, and you guys are on the line. So can you just make sure that that gets to David and I, or David, and we're going to look at that and make sure that we follow it up with all the rest that engineering needs to know about in order to have that report. Because I could see right here the reports right in the CRM. There could be a button that would basically say notifications by rep, right?
Right. Yeah.
Because that's a good idea, Barbara.
Yeah. Even like a view contacts by rep would be good. Yeah.
I see you're muted. I think that was Barbara speaking. Was that you, Barbara? You're muted, so.
I believe so.
Okay. Hopefully she heard that.
Want to answer Harry Shapiro's question. So, Harry, you asked what is the difference of CRM in the member database? There's actually no difference. It is just a simplified or a shortcut. They both go to the same place. So, what it is within the member database. what happens is if you go in here, and again, I'll go into mine and go into the info, this contacts, this is actually the CRM information is what it is. This is just showing what the CRM, so this shows the CRM, and then you've got the link right here because it's contacts into the CRM, which takes you right into the CRM. This is the exact same location and same place as if you are on the main menu and in member database, you just click CRM. The only difference is, the real only difference is when I went in there, that took you directly into the CRM for me as a member or that particular member. Whereas here, it's the, first of all, the general CRM information. And then if you want to get into that members specific, that's when you would do the search and you go and we're right in there again to my CRM information. So there isn't really a difference. It's two ways of getting in there. One just shortcuts you into that member specifically. So great. All right. We have about 13 minutes left. So anyone with another question or thing that you would like to go over?
What about the press release? How do I go into that and all that? Because sometimes I get emails about press release.
Oh, yes. Okay. So let's see. So what you would do to get into that, here on the admin menu, you go down to website app management, and then you're going to be able to just go over here, right here to member press releases. And when you click on it, then it just gives you the option right here as an admin. You know, right now in our system, there are no current ones. Otherwise, you would see the current ones that have been entered. But you just click here to add a new press release, and it allows you to just fill out, you know, the submission date, expiration date, all of your information, you know, the headline, the blurb, the body, an optional URL. You as well have the option of making it pending or active. And then when you click submit, that completes the press release. And that's all there is needed, and that's all you have to do to get the press release.
And Ryan, the most powerful part of this is that you can set up your media outlets in your database, and like newspapers and radio stations, so on and so forth. And then when you have a press release come in, you can actually, it'll when that's turned on, it'll prompt you if you'd like to send this out to all the media outlets, and you can do that automatically. And then it gives you some, you know, horsepower behind the process. And if the members log in and submit a press release, then that will come to you for you to approve. That's why the active and pending is there. And then when you approve it, you could also then press the button to send it out to your media outlets if you feel that it was warranted to do so.
All right. Other questions? Don't be shy.
Hey, Ryan, maybe you could just quickly show them how they can generate automated letters. Like we have chambers that when you have a new member, you create a certificate, right? And then you can put that printed certificate on the chamber stationery and put it in an inexpensive frame and then provide it to the chamber, to the member. And if you put like a gold or some kind of a foil seal on it, they look pretty nice and expensive, and but they're very inexpensive. You know, in the reporting, how to like generate a letter,
Yep.
mail merge letter.
Yep. So in the reporting, again, this would actually be under your custom reports. And I'll do
Oh, you have a letter in there. Good.
Oh, yeah. But I was going to show them how to get to it. So
Yeah, sure.
So here, again, you'll go into the custom report. You can create, and I'll just call this sample letter. Again, your description, and we'll go ahead and click continue. The member type. So again, we're going to choose all full member types here and active members and continue. Query construction, we're going to just skip right past that. We don't need to do anything on that. And select a field. Again, we're going to do just business name. So it's alphabetical by business name and continue. So then in here, you're going to be able to come down, and on the far right hand side, you've got this custom PDF template letter. And so when we choose that and click continue, it's going to, you will be able to create a template. So you can edit templates that you want, or you can create a new one or select one that you already have done. And so I'm going to show you right now what you could do for edit templates so that you can really customize this yourself. And I'll just do a quick demonstration of it. But so edit templates, we're going to add a new letter template. So this now gets into what is the variable option. So these are all the variables. So it tells you what it is and the variable that you'll use. So down below where you are writing your letter, there we go. So template title, I'm going to say, you know, for example, certificates, if I can spell right, certificates. And so this gives you the option. So, and again, I'm not going to worry about the formatting and everything at the moment to save time. But this is where you could just even say, you know, dear, and you could actually then, like if you want the organization name, that's the business name. You grab this and make sure you include the # or hash marks, whatever you are most commonly referring to them as, before and after. So you just highlight it and copy it, and then you're going to go down here and you paste it. And then you would continue with all of your typing that you want. You know, thank you for being a member of the chamber since. And so then what you could do is you can find like their join date. And you can actually grab the join date and put it in. And you can
And
continue.
people use, this is a perfect example too, if you want to send something out once a year to validate all the information that the chamber has on file and invite them to call you back with any changes.
Absolutely. So you can complete all this and then you go ahead and submit it, and that's going to create a new template. Let me just actually go back so that you can see. Let me go back one more. So once you have the template created, then you're going to be able to choose it. I'm going to do this. Please check your information. This is like what Richard was just talking about, and click continue. And what this is going to do is it's going to generate a letter for all of your members. You'll see one of 21 that fills in the information from the template. You know, so dear Chamber Nation, thank you for being a Chamber member with us. Please check the following information. Just make sure we have the current information. And so you're going to be able to go through, and again, you can personalize it. You can go through each member, and it's going to show what they have. So if I scroll down very quickly, I think the very last one is me. You know, there's my business name, you know, things like that. So you can modify, you can customize this letter. You know, there's like the chamber with address. Again, it's going to have all this in the testing system. It doesn't show exactly everything. I'll show just a quick, I have this was from January, chamber update example, one that I created as a template. So this was a whole letter that we put together with the date. You know, this was their business name. You know, we at Chamber Nation are excited to have you. You know, and so your member information that we have on file. And so this is like their complete, you know, would have been their complete information down here, and with their website and everything. So again, I'll just scroll down to mine so you can kind of see a little bit, you know, dear Ryan. So it's got my name, my business, Your Guy Friday, the information we have. So it will fill it all in so you can really customize the letter. And then when you generate this, you're going to be able to print it out. And like Richard was saying, you can actually create like certificates that you could then print out. If you have,
they
like,
print them on nice stationery that's
print them on
pre-printed.
nice stationery, you know, all of that type of thing. So you have this in your custom reports that you can create. And again, you can create as many letters as you need, as you want. There's not like a limit, and then you're running out of space or running out of room.
So Ryan, one thing, can I mention one other thing that we're building right now?
Yes.
Since we want to make sure that the members have like complete training for the new program, and we want to be able to like help the chambers promote to their members, engage in local commerce and so on. We're building a new, and you'll be interested in this, Ryan, because I may have to hire you to help us with some of this, but we're building a new drip marketing library. So we're going to be able to create these campaigns in advance, professional drip marketing campaigns for different subject matters. So when the chamber executive goes to the drip marketing area, they'll have an option to choose drip marketing programs that are pre-built from the library, add them, then they can go in and double check every page, edit them as they like, and then they can so-called release it to their group,
Nice.
their members.
I wanted to pass on, Richard, so maybe you can answer this. Dorothy also left a message that on the member press releases, asking the question, can you choose more than one local newspaper? And would it make sense to
Actually, the
include
way
that?
it's designed, the way it's designed is that you set up all the media outlets, and then when you press the button, it goes to all of those media outlets. You don't select them individually. You set the media outlets up. In fact, if you have 1 minute here, 2 minutes, can you go to main menu and go to MMS configuration so I can show people how to turn it on?
Yep.
Configuration, and then if you go down to left side, I think it's press release. Yep, press release. And then the last one, then make sure you turn, and then go ahead and click the little information icon there and let that open up. There,
I don't
you
know.
could
Can you see
read
it?
that, or yeah, I can see it. On first of each month, 2 a.m. All previous month approved email to the, and you can. So what you do now is once you click that, go ahead and close it, close that, and then save configuration, and then go back to the member database. And you'll notice that once you turn that on, if you go to member database and add new member, and then go to the member plans, and you don't want to change your membership plans on existing media outlets. They're supposed to be exactly the same. But if you scroll down, you're going to see media. Keep going. Press release contacts. So you add them here. They're not counted as a member, but put them here as press release contacts, all of them, and then that'll be the group that automatically receives those when you press the button.
Great. Thank you for clarifying on that, Richard. Okay, we have 1 minute left. Anyone have one last question that they want to jump in with before we close out for today? All right, I'm not hearing or seeing anything. So I want to thank you again for being with us. We will have these trainings again in October on the 2nd and 4th Friday of October. And so you'll be able to, again, register for these if you have more questions. At any time, you can also submit a help ticket as well. So
Hey,
thank
Ryan,
you.
real quick, can you just go to chamberclasses.com?
Yes.
Not chamberclassroom.com,
Right.
but chamberclasses.com is a new shortcut for you. And that'll just let you and your members go to where all the classes are, and then you can just register for any of them right from there. So that's a shortcut.
So, and there's the October ones, October 9th and October 23rd. So they're already up there for you.
Thank you, Ryan. Have a nice weekend.
Thank you.
Thanks,
everyone.
everybody.
Thank you.